because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their gilt rings. Right, the bouncer's gilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Razaban IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to have with me Michael McKINSON. Michael, good to see you, my man. Like I said to you off camera, last time I saw you was in December. How's life? How are things?
Things have been busy. This is my 5th outing in 14 months, so I'm very happy. You know, what an event to be a part of. I'm less than an hour down the road from where I'm from in Portsmouth, and look at this. I feel so lucky, I feel so blessed to be on such a good stage. I was out in Texas last August when they came to Bournemouth the first time, and although I had a big fight that week, I was a little bit jealous. I wanted to be a part of this, and you know, I'm very thankful to the people that have allowed me this opportunity, to Sky Sports, Ben Shalom, Boxer, Joe from K4, everyone that's played their role in giving me the opportunity to fight on this. You know, very exciting times, but I'm here to really turn heads on the weekend.
Michael, I just want to go back to our conversation in December. I remember when we spoke, there was elements of frustration in your voice at the time about, you know, lack of fights not happening and some promoters not treating you the way you think you deserve to be treated, and you use the phrase, you know your worth, especially after that Ortiz fight. So kind of where are we? Because I've kind of was looking through your record over the last couple of fights, and it seemed like those fights were more about just making sure you're active, making sure you're in the ring. But ultimately, I know you as a fighter, you've proven to everybody else, you've gone in the ring with Virgil Ortiz, you're not scared to fight the top names. So those fights were about ticking along, but ultimately what is the future, what is the plan, and when can we see you step up with those meaningful fights?
When they're offered to me, you know, it's one of them. I didn't look at a place when I stepped up to world level, regardless if I lost. I did not look at a place at all. I was winning rounds against Ortiz. I cut him, and then I gave him new problems that he never seen before. So I didn't look at a place then. Obviously, what I was doing last year to fighting in 8-rounders is difficult, but I'm still very lucky to be fighting on big platforms, big events. You know, so I'm counting my blessings this time round. This is something I wanted last year, looking as an outsider, and I'm here. And like you said yourself, it's no fault of mine that the big fights ain't happening, because I will fight the big names. I want the big names. I've just got to be a little bit patient. Like, people forget, the way I worked myself up to the screens was not really fighting people that I wanted to fight or what I should be fighting, but earning the right, proving people wrong. Got to do that a little bit again this time round, but luckily I got to do it, but still on big platforms. So I'm still in a good position. I'm more optimistic this time around. I don't know if it's the sun, but I feel happy, and I feel very, very blessed to be here. And the big fights will come. I just turned 29 last month. I've been a pro a long time now. I'm no longer a prospect, you know, so the big fights are there. I'm number 1 in the UK. On box rec, I'm number 12 in the world, so the big fights are there. For me, I just got to keep winning, but not just winning. I've got to look good doing it. I've got to turn heads. I've got to make statements, and that's what I plan on doing this weekend, 100%.
Well, I'll put you on the spot now and say, listen, who's that one fight in the UK, the 147, which has gone a bit quiet recently, but who's that one fight in the 147 division that you would like to have next? Who would that be?
If I'm honest with you, yeah, I don't lose sleep over the domestic scene. I don't lose sleep because I'm number 1. Echo is number 2. Chris Congo's number 3. Connor's sort of like whatever. So I beat Congo just over 2 years ago now, quite comfortably. Like, I think on the night when I fought Congo, the scoring was, it should have been wider, really. I beat him quite comfortably, and you could flip a coin who won out of him and Echo. I thought Echo deserved it, but you know, I beat Congo a lot more clear, so I don't really lose sleep. I know I'm number 1. It'd be good to fight maybe Echo, because it is number one and number two at the minute. But like I said, I don't lose sleep over it. Them not calling my names, I don't lose sleep anymore. I'm far too ambitious, and I have far too much belief in myself and my capabilities not to think of the world, not to think of the world names. You know, I'm a very ambitious guy, so yeah, that's what is on my target, fighting the guys, the international guys. But Echo Esserman would be great. Conor Benn would be great. I'd be open even for another dust-up with Chris Congo, but I can sit here naming all of these names, but the fact of the matter is, Lebin Morales is here to take my head off on the weekend, and that's the only focus I have.
I just want to go back to the weekend. Not sure if you saw Kell Brook and Conor Benn going at it, a lot of pushing and shoving and a lot of aggression from both sides. Obviously Conor's, like you said, has got to go through his process, whatever, but could you see that fight happening down the line?
With them two, I think it was it could have been staged for that fight to happen later. I don't think it does makes Conor look good at all, because I feel like if I was Conor, I'd want the British public back on my side a little bit. So his name's tarnished a little bit, but you know, he's got to do what he's got to do to get them big fights and come back with a bang, I suppose.
15,000 people, Bournemouth Football Stadium. Did you ever think that was ever possible to almost sell out, and I'm sure it'll be sold out by Saturday night, the whole stadium for a fight here in Bournemouth?
No, I've boxed on big events before. I've headlined on big events and stuff like that. I don't think I've boxed in front of 15,000. I don't know how much it was in Texas against Ortiz. You know, I will not crumble on over big occasions. I feel like I was born to be on shows like this, be on the stage. To be fair, I believe I was born to headline shows like this, so I won't crumble. Like I said, I'm very excited and blessed to be here. I'm going to enjoy every single moment this week, 100%.
And finally, massive main event, Chris Billam-Smith, Lawrence Okolie, or Lawrence Okolie, Chris Billam-Smith. Both fighters know each other. How do you see that fight playing out?
I don't really know. I think the home crowd, everything's built for Chris this weekend, isn't it? Being in his football stadium, this is his dream this weekend. And I think I'd back him to pull the upset off because of that reason, because it's his home support and give him that extra little push to be victorious. But it is a very, very hard fight for him, 100%. But I'm rooting for the home guy.
Michael, appreciate a little bit of your time. Yeah, press conference tomorrow, weigh-in Friday here. Sun's out the rest of the week, so yeah, everyone will be smiling, and yeah, we'll probably catch up with you on Saturday.
Brilliant. I know I'm wearing a hoodie in the sun, but it's all the thing I've got. I could make weight tomorrow if I wanted to. It's really hot though in this.
Michael McKINSON, IFL TV, thank you very much.
What's that?
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,